Hello and welcome to the Optimist 2022 European Championship official broadcast. It is the last day today. It was the final day and we've just been running from the harbour into the studio, just been crowning the European champions. But before we're going into the overall results and what happened today, hey, then let's go to the harbour and have a morning interview.
I'm Maisa Kauppi and I'm from Finland. My yesterday's first start was good. I took a good start and the wind was a bit shifty, but I went to the right side of the course and I was 20 on the upwind mark. Well, this is my last Optimist regatta and I was last year in Cadiz and I love the waves there. And I think that this is also one of the most memorable Opti events for me because this is the last one. And I hope we will get races on the last day.
My name is Elena Chloe Norton and I come from Greece. Really bad. I had my second yellow flag, so I had to leave a race. And also I did like a really bad race because of the wind shift. The psychological strength I had from the first 2 days to get to the third day and do 2 good races. And meeting friends, I made many friends from other countries. I met people from generally around the world that I wouldn't get to meet.
As you might have heard on some of the kids there, some of the sailors saying, hey, today it's a little bit tricky, it's very light wind. And I can say to you, it was very tricky today. The wind suddenly just disappeared in Denmark. But enough about that. We are here to meet some of the sailors. We are here to hear more about what they're doing. And one of them, he actually was so polite to explain us how he preparing in the morning. So let's jump to the harbour again.
I'm Harrison Gandy. I come from New York in the US and this is the Europeans. I get all my clothes ready and check the wind and the forecast for the day. And then when we get to the club, I rig my sail and make sure everything's good in my boat. And yeah, well, I check my sail ties to make sure they're not fraying or anything messed up with any of my lines, and then I check all my bailers and stuff to make sure everything's tied in, and then yeah, I just go through everything and then check that it's all legal and that it's fast.
I'm Sienna Jones and I come from the Bahamas. The greatest experience would be meeting tons of new people and visiting somewhere where I've never been before, like Denmark. It's my first time here. Meeting all the countries is really fun as well. I made so many new friends. Yesterday races were they were good. My starts were really good. But I kept losing boats during the on the downwinds and whatever. But overall it was really fun and good. Probably I've just been learning tons and my starts have improved tons from this, and just having a really good start made me feel really good.
My name is Arthur, my surname is Briganti. I live in Lake Garda, Italy. Yesterday regatta for me is very good. The Open Championship is very fantastic experience, and I'm very happy last year.
This week has been such a pleasure meeting all the sailors from all the nations. 42 nations has been here in Sønderborg, and all of them has been fighting for becoming a European champion. And as you saw, we also have a country from Bahamas here. Yes, it's also an open event where everybody else can participate, but it's only the European countries that can be crowned European champions. And for doing a huge event like this, we have a lot of volunteers from the local sailing club, from the local area, and a lot of juries and members. And please welcome one guy that has a big word to say here. His name is Flemming Clausen.
My name is Flemming Clausen. I have the pleasure to be the chairman of Sønderborg Yacht Club. I want to thank all for being here to make this to a great event, and we have enjoyed having you here. I also want to thank all our volunteers, our sponsors, the city of Sønderborg for helping us, and for the race committee, jury, and all people who make this championship possible to make. Also want to thank IOTA to place this regatta in Denmark, and especially in our club, Sønderborg Yacht Club. Thank you very much. I wish you all a good journey and safe journey home to your country.
As we got told the other days, it's only the second time that the European Championship is in Denmark. And as Vice President IOTA and President IOTA Europe, Carmen Casco, yesterday told us, hey, it was in Denmark the Optimist started. And yes, next year it's a special year, it's a jubilee year. It's 50 years ago IOTA was created. It's 60 years ago the World Championship started. And it's 17 years ago that the Optimist was invented. So next year is going to be a huge year for this boat class. And also, it is the biggest boat class in the world. But now, let's jump into what you guys have been waiting for. Light winds today. We had some gold fleet. We need to crown a European champion. So let's hear how today's races was going. The final race day of the 2022 Optimist European Championship in Sønderborg, Denmark. It had been 5 days with a lot of racing, close fighting, and 5 days with completely different racing conditions. And today Denmark yet again showed another side of its summer. Yesterday it was sunny and 33 degrees. Today it was 13 degrees, cloudy and very light wind. Sailors had to sit it out on the water, and which sailors were best to keep their concentration and focus on today's final racing? At 2:45, the wind increased and the last races could start. 8 knots of wind, cloudy weather and a lot of wind shift. Race 9, Boys Gold Fleet. Everything was open in the competition of becoming the 2022 Optimist European Champion. The start procedure was split into 3 battles. One at the committee boat, one in the middle, and one for the best spot at the pin end mark. A clear start with most of the fleet heading towards the left-hand side, and then afterwards crossing upwind towards the middle. But USA 21-853 had a great start and clean air by starting port tack and heading all alone towards the right-hand side, and then tried to tack above the fleet, and for a very long time it looked like it was the right choice. But Denmark 8-7-26 and France 2-9-28 had a great upwind leg in the middle, with almost no tacks, and they took the lead. Approaching the top mark, overall top 5 sailors like Greek 2-8-80 and Denmark 8-6-73 came up to the leaders and rounded the top mark in top 10. France 2-9-6-8 took the lead and created a large gap towards the rest of the fleet with 26 meters to second place. Downwind towards the reach mark, fighting began and pushed the overall leaders out of top 10. Greek 2880 and Italy 9758 has now followed each other side by side on 14 and 15 position. They were going to battle out for who is going to be the overall winner. Downwind towards the gate mark, Italy 9758 got stuck behind the fleet, and Denmark 8673 together with Italy 9748 speeded away and was now part of the fight to become European champion. The gate mark rounding was going to be decisive on who was going to be the overall leader. France 2968 together with USA 21853 sailed to the right and were now the leaders of the race. But in the overall leaderboard, Greek 2880 and Italy 9748 turned left and Denmark 8673 turned right, and it looked like the Dane lost momentum, and now the championship fight was in the Greek and the Italian hands. Because the overall leader, Italy 9759, was stuck in position 16. The race was won by France 29, followed by Swiss 1966, but the overall top 3 was going to be found outside of the top 5 of the race. Italy 9759 did a great upwind leg and won 3rd place in the race. And now he was in the top 3 of the overall score, because Greek 2880 did a medium upwind leg and lost the battle to the Italian and ended in 6th place in the race. But where is the overall leader? Italy 9759. He was at the gate mark in the 17th position and was out of top 3 in the overall score. But a great comeback upwind made him finish the race in position 13. But was this good enough to keep his overall lead? Race 9, Girls Gold Fleet. In the girls' overall score, one sailor had showed high class during the whole event. Italy 9760, Emilia Salvatore. But waiting time and nerves could ruin her overall lead. But another factor to think about is the number of yellow flags. In the girl fleet, yellow flags has been an everyday thing, and a lot of them has been handed out. Did the overall leader have a yellow flag? And if she got her second one, she will be out of the race and will be DSQ'd. The girls' gold fleet started with fighting for position at the committee boat, and boats got stuck in front of the starting line and behind other boats. The overall 3rd position, France 2982, crossed the starting line less than 1 minute before start and got a UFD penalty and was out of the race. The main part of the fleet went to the left-hand side and was going out towards the middle. Halfway, the overall leaders was to be found outside of top 15 in that race. It was Croatia 1284 during a great upwind leg, covering up rest of the fleet and rounding the mark in the lead. The overall leader, Italy 9760, showed her skills in approaching the top mark and rounded in 3rd place. Racing towards the reach mark, she could look back on her closest rivals in the overall leaderboard and started to sail away with a Croatian boat and an Italian boat. At the gate mark, Emilia Salvatore took the lead and kept it towards the finish line. But the battle for the overall 2nd and 3rd has started. Germany 7066. Clara Siege had lost momentum downwind, and France 2983 was ready to challenge her. They rounded the gate mark side by side, but the German girl decided to tack early up towards the middle, where the French girl waited. The German girl continued her racing upwind with only 2 tacks and came from 7th position to a 2nd place in the race. She almost caught up with Italy 9760, and they started doing a match race. But a late starboard tack towards the finish line and a wind shift made the German girl lose momentum, and Italy 9693 together with USA 22604 crossed in front of the German on the finish line. But who ended in top 3 overall? Wow, fantastic day with the racing we got on the water. The Gulf fleets raced out there, but they only managed to do one race. But everything was open, especially in the boys racing. But I also have to say the girls also got a little bit exciting, but I can say Emilia, she did a great regatta. That's a really fantastic job by her. But let's go in and see the overall result for the girls. Here we have the overall result of the 2022 Optimist European Championship in Sønderborg, Denmark. And as you've seen, number 1 crowned European champion is from Italy, Emilia Salvatore. And what a regatta she's been having. Race number 1, 2nd place. Race number 2, 11th place. Race 3, 3rd place. Then she got the penalty points for not having all her safety gear on. So she got 20 points in the 4th race. 5th race winning, 6th race winning, 7th race 2nd place, winning the 8th and the 9th. So she has been almost untouchable and very consistent in her racing. 2nd place goes to Germany. It goes to Clara Siege. Fantastic race by her, but see the difference. She didn't win any races. She actually didn't end in top 3 in any of her races, but because of consistency and the way she raced, she ended up 2nd with 48 points. 3rd place went to Italy, Bianca Marcinini. She took the 3rd and bronze at the European Championship. And then just outside from Thailand in 4th, very close racing, very close of going in and taking over that 4th position. And unlucky in 5th position, we have the French girl that got her double yellow flag today, and then she was out of the race. If you're looking into the scoreboard and want to study it even more, then you can see some of the numbers are caught inside a square or a small circle. It's a discard. It means that all the sailors can discard one race. If you look at the STP, it means that they got extra penalty points. If you look at DSQ, meaning that they've been disqualified. So there's a lot of data in here, but congratulations to the girl. And with that said, let's jump directly down and see the prize ceremony and have an interview with her.
My name is Emilia Salvatore. I come from Garda Lake. I sail in Desenzano del Garda and I live in Padenghe. I win because there was a light wind, and the last year I didn't win the European Championship.
And congratulations to Emilia. Great racing, great performance. And I have to give my compliments to the media guys that we have these pictures, because the prize ceremony, that was only 45 minutes ago. Now, drums on, the closest race we have seen for a long time. Who is going to win the boys group? But before going into it, after the boys race today, there was a protest. And we don't know the result either. So let's go in and see the results of the Boys European Championship 2022. And it's from Greece. Iaso winning this regatta with 30 points in total. Second place goes to the overall leader for today's races, Arthur Bringhenti from Italy, and then third place also goes to Italy, Andrea. And see how close it was. 30 points for the winner, 35 second, 41 in third position. But just outside top three, we have from Denmark, Erik Havemann with 47 points. And where was the difference if we are analyzing all this here? You can see that the leader, he got discarded, a very, very bad result with 49 points. The same thing second place did, but then consistency came in. But race 8 and race 9 was where the difference was. Today, Arthur from Italy, he had a really hard time, as we also saw in the race settings, in the race sum up for today. So he ended 13 overall, but that 13th position made sure that he continued winning his second place overall. So a great comeback from him. He actually came from 18th position overall. Then we look in third position. Hey, very consistent racing, but 2 9-pointers was doing the difference. And let's give the procs to the media guy. Let's go to the harbour and have an interview with the winner.
My name is Jason Panagopoulos and I am from Greece. I am really happy, it's exciting and I can't wait for the future regattas. I had a nice start and I went to the right side, which was the favorite side. So then I just had to make sure that the Italian guy was 2 points behind me.
And one person already in the chat asked, hey, why do they have 2 medals? Hey, they have 2 medals because the first medal was for winning the overall regatta. And the second medal was to showing that they were the European champions. That's why they have 2 medals, because it's an open championship, and if maybe one from USA had been winning the event, then he would have got one of the medals. That's how everything is there. With all this said, I hope you've been enjoying, also as a sailor, but also as a viewer, the Optimist 2022 European Championship from Sønderborg, Denmark. And if you want to see more, then go to the social medias, going to the Facebook 2022 Optimist European Championship. And there you can find tons of photos. I think they already have 2,000 up there. Or else you can go to IOTA's main page. It's called optiworld.org. And in there, you can also find race schedule for every day. You can go in and find the tracking. You can find some pictures and also the link to the social medias. This was Thomas Bjørn Lytti, live from Denmark, from the studio, inviting you in to this fantastic event. Thank you to all the volunteers. Thank you to the media team. And a huge thank you to IOTA and the local sailing club for bringing this event to Denmark and making it happen.